Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, was the beloved son of Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him. Born into a family with 11 brothers, Yusuf, peace be upon him, stood out for his extraordinary beauty, kindness, and wisdom. Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, cherished him deeply, which caused jealousy among his older brothers. One night, young Yusuf, peace be upon him, saw a remarkable dream. 11 stars, the sun, and the moon were bowing down to him. He eagerly shared this vision with his father, Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him. Recognizing its significance, Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, told Yusuf, peace be upon him, that Allah had destined him for greatness. However, he cautioned Yusuf, peace be upon him, not to share the dream with his brothers, as their envy might lead to harm. The jealousy of Yusuf's, peace be upon him, brothers grew stronger. Determined to remove him from their father's affection, they devised a cruel plan. They asked Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, to let Yusuf, PBUH, join them for a day of play in the fields. Though hesitant, Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, agreed. The brothers took Yusuf, peace be upon him, to a remote area and cast him into a deep, dark well. To deceive their father, they stained Yusuf's, peace be upon him, shirt with animal blood and returned home, claiming a wolf had devoured him. Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, was devastated, but sensed their deceit. With unwavering faith, he turned to Allah, seeking patience and solace, saying, "Patience is most fitting, and Allah is the best of helpers." Key lesson: envy can lead to wrongdoing, but faith helps us endure pain. Alone in the well, Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, relied on Allah's mercy. A passing caravan stopped to draw water and discovered him. Seeing his beauty and potential, they took him to Egypt and sold him as a slave. Yusuf, peace be upon him, was purchased by a high-ranking official, the Aziz of Egypt, who treated him with kindness. The Aziz and his wife welcomed Yusuf, peace be upon him, into their home, and his honesty and intelligence brought blessings to their household. Over time, they entrusted him with managing their Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, grew into a young man. His striking beauty and noble character drew admiration. The Aziz's wife, often called Zuleika, became infatuated with him and tried to lure him into sin. Yusuf, peace be upon him, steadfast in his faith, refused, saying, "I seek refuge in Allah. My Lord has been kind to me, and wrongdoers never prosper." Angered, Zuleika falsely accused Yusuf, peace be upon him, of misconduct. As he fled from her, she grabbed his shirt, tearing it from the back. When the Aziz arrived, a wise observer pointed out that the torn shirt proved Yusuf's, peace be upon him, innocence. If it was ripped from behind, he was escaping, not pursuing. Though cleared, rumors spread, and Yusuf, peace be upon him, was sent to prison to avoid scandal. Key lesson: staying true to faith in the face of temptation brings honor. In prison, Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, remained patient and righteous. 2 fellow inmates shared their dreams with him. Using Allah's gift of dream interpretation, Yusuf, peace be upon him, explained. One dreamed of pressing grapes into wine, which Yusuf, PBUH, said meant he would be freed and serve the king. The other saw birds eating bread from his head, which Yusuf, peace be upon him, interpreted as a sign of execution. Both predictions came true. Yusuf, peace be upon him, asked the freed prisoner to mention him to the king, but the man forgot, leaving Yusuf, PBUH, in prison for several more years. Later, the king of Egypt had a perplexing dream. 7 fat cows were devoured by 7 lean ones, and 7 green ears of corn were overtaken by 7 withered ones. No one could interpret it. The former prisoner, now serving the king, remembered Yusuf, peace be upon him, and informed the king of his gift. Summoned from prison, Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, explained that the dream foretold 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of famine. He advised storing grain during the prosperous years to prepare for the famine. Impressed, the king freed Yusuf, peace be upon him, and appointed him as Egypt's treasurer, entrusting him with the nation's resources. From a slave and prisoner, Yusuf, peace be upon him, became a powerful leader, saving Egypt from disaster. Key lesson: Allah elevates those who remain steadfast. During the famine, Yusuf's, peace be upon him, brothers traveled to Egypt seeking grain, unaware that the overseer was their brother. Yusuf, peace be upon him, recognized them but concealed his identity. Through wise actions, he tested their character and brought his youngest brother, Benjamin, to Egypt. Eventually, he revealed himself, saying, "I am Yusuf, your brother. Let there be no blame on you today. May Allah forgive you." Prophet Yaqub, peace be upon him, now old and nearly blind from grief, reunited with Yusuf, peace be upon him, in Egypt. The family, his parents and brothers, bowed to Yusuf, peace be upon him, in respect, fulfilling the dream he saw as a child. Yusuf, peace be upon him, welcomed them to live in Egypt, where they settled in peace. Key lesson: forgiveness heals wounds, and Allah fulfills His promises. Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, lived a life of service to Allah and humanity. His story teaches that trials, betrayal, slavery, or imprisonment are part of Allah's greater plan. Through patience, integrity, and forgiveness, Yusuf, peace be upon him, became a symbol of hope. In his final days, he prayed, "O Allah, take my soul as one who submits to you and join me with the righteous." Yusuf, peace be upon him, endured every trial with trust in Allah. He forgave his brothers, showing mercy's power. Every hardship was a step toward Allah's greater purpose. Staying true to faith leads to ultimate success.